Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So, today we have another Japanese character origin video, which will go into depth to see where their design inspiration comes from, as well as to give you a better background of what the original character is all about. So today we'll be talking about Elder Bloom from Yokai Watch. Elder Bloom is a restoration attribute legendary yokai of the Heartful tribe. He looks very similar to Hungramps in appearance, but with an added cherry blossom petal for eyebrows and facial hair. He also wears a green kimono and carries a basket full of ash, which actually resembles the character he is originally inspired from. As a yokai, he is kind-hearted and helpful as always, using his power to make people happy. He is devoted to the environment and likes humans that also treat the environment well. His power includes making flowers bloom anywhere, and when inspiriting someone, they grow a sprig of flower on their head, and the person immediately becomes happy. One look at Elder Bloom's Japanese name, you'll find a folktale of the same name from Japanese folklore, and that name is Hanasaka-ji-san. And the story went like this. Long ago, there lived an old man with his wife and a dog. The old couple loved their dog and his name was Shiro. So one day, as he was digging in the garden, Shiro found a box of gold pieces and brought it back to his old man. The old man was very happy and in one day became very rich. His gratitude towards Shiro knew no bounds, and now he had all the time in the world to spend with his wife and his beloved dog. But his neighbors saw that Shiro found the gold pieces and became jealous. He went up to the old man the next day and asked to borrow Shiro. The old man, being the nice man he was, couldn't refuse and let him borrow Shiro. The neighbor immediately brought Shiro to his garden and forced Shiro to sniff around to look for treasure. Shiro wasn't able to find any, and the neighbor killed Shiro as a punishment. The old man grew worried after Shiro hasn't returned in a few days, and went to ask his neighbor. His neighbor said Shiro was misbehaving, so he killed him. The old man grieved and asked to chop the tree that he was buried at, and made a mortar in memory of Shiro. Later, his wife started to make mochi in the mortar, and suddenly mochi cakes began making itself in the mortar with no extra ingredients, as if there was an invisible hand giving them free mochi. The old couple immediately knew it was Shiro, rewarding them for their faithful love towards him. They got an endless supply of mochi from the magic mortar. Their neighbor saw this again and was envious of their wonderful mortar. The neighbor then asked them to borrow it again, pretending to be sad for the death of Shiro, and wished to make some cake as well. The old man did not want to lend the mortar to his neighbor, but was too kind to refuse again. So the neighbor took it again and never returned it. Several days passed again, and the neighbor burnt it because it couldn't make any mochi cakes for him. The old man then took the ashes of the mortar back in remembrance of Shiro and scattered it on the trees of his garden. It was close to winter and all the trees has already shed their leaves, but the ashes made the trees blossom full, and suddenly all his bare trees fully blossomed. The story traveled across the lands, and the daimyo, which is a feudal lord, came by to see the magical ashes do its work, and rewarded the couple with gold and many gifts. The feudal lord gave him the name Hanasake-ji and was sent home with great honor. The neighbor again was filled with jealousy and gathered the remaining ashes of the mortar he burned and looked for the daimyo. He tried to trick the daimyo by saying he was the true Hanasaka-ji, but his ashes didn't work at all. He was thrown into jail for impersonation and was never released. So the lesson here is, be nice and don't kill your neighbor's dog, and good things will happen. So, what did you think of Elder Bloom's folktale? As usual, let me know in the comments below. Follow Tokyosaurus on Twitter and Facebook for updates on our newest videos and Japan-related tweets. Like the video if you want more like this, and subscribe so you can get the latest videos right in your inbox. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.